Hey Stampers, it's Judy Klock here at Stampin' with Crafty Clock, coming to you today for another quick lesson at lunch. And today I'm so excited to share with you the baby wipe stripes technique. This technique is going to give you a great background pattern that you can customize in any ink colors that you want to give you this really funky background that will be different for every other card. So let's go ahead and get started on this technique. So we're going to start out with a piece of our basic white that's 5¼ by 4. Then I'm going to grab a baby wipe. This is just a regular, plain old, fragrance-free baby wipe that I got from Target. And I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm just going to keep folding it in half, like again, until I kind of get down to this little piece here. Now you want to make sure that we've got a smooth ridge across the top. So no open ends, no folds, like the flap should be there. And then I'm going to add some of my ink refills. I'm going to add 2 dots of, this is Coastal Cabana. I'm going to add 2 dots of Granny Apple Green. Just little dots, and it will spread out. That's perfect. That's what we wanted to do. And then I'm going to add 2 dots of Mango Melody. Okay, now the fun begins. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to swipe this on an angle across my paper. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Look at those swipes. I'm going to come back and go the other way to kind of create like a plaid design. And there we have our baby wipe technique. And that's it. That's it. That's as simple as it is. Just taking this and just swiping it across the paper. You can do it straight up and down and like that. You can go on the diagonal like I did, but it will give you a really pretty background. And again, you can pick any colors you want. I happen to like the way Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, and Mango Melody just kind of look together. So I went with that combination. So now this is going to take a little bit of time to dry. So I'm just going to set that aside. And I did do one earlier. So I have one here that we're all ready to go and we're ready to make our card. So as you can see, I'm going to put that aside for an I've already colored it in. It's dried now. And I added a piece of our seam binding or crinkled seam binding. And now I'm going to put that on our card front. I don't know why I did this. And I forgot to cut a piece of our basic white. I need to cut one more piece of basic white. I am having a very difficult time articulating my words today. And I don't know why that is. It is, I do these videos on Monday night. So I was a little late tonight. I had a meeting at the, I'm on like the auxiliary of our volunteer fire department. So we had our monthly meeting tonight. So I was up there and I guess I'm just getting to this late. And it's been a long day and I'm tired. So we're going to leave that aside for a minute. We want to add a piece of basic white to the inside. We're going to stamp this. We're going to stamp this with our Happy Easter. And we're going to stamp it in our Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay. I'm just going to stamp Happy Easter. And then I'm going to stamp, this is on the Easter Bunny stamp set. We have these funky little eggs. We're going to stamp some eggs down there. Everybody was talking tonight and saying with the price of Easter eggs, we're all going to be painting rocks this year for Easter instead of coloring eggs. They might be right. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in my eggs. I've got my, move that out of my way. I've got my Stampin' blends here. This is Mango Melody, which they don't make anymore. So this is an old one, and it's kind of drying out. It's on its last leg. So I think kind of after this Easter, that one will be done. I'm going to come back in here with some, that's the wrong end. I want the brush end. This is Balmy Blue because Coastal Cabana does not have a Stampin' blend. So I'm just going to use some Balmy Blue. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of come here. I'm going to do like every other one because we're going to come in here and color that in then with some green. Okay. Coloring. Who likes coloring? It's very relaxing, isn't it? Okay. We got that. Okay, and then we're just going to color up in here. We're going to color one of these in blue. Maybe we'll color another one in our Mango Melody. And then we'll color the rest in our green, in our Granny Apple Green. So let's come back in here. We're going to color in these other little squares here with our Granny Apple Green. There we go. Again, you can pick any colors you want. I just happen to like the way the green, the sort of orangey yellow played together. They played nicely together. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And that's our inside. So let's go ahead and add that to the inside of our card. And then we're going to work and make that cute little Easter bunny friend to the front of our card. So let's go ahead. Let's add this in. See how pretty these look once you add it into the Mango Melody? Looks pretty, right? I think that looks pretty. All right, now let's go ahead and get that. Let me cut a piece of our basic white. I'm going to cut a 3 by 3 inch piece. Let me I should have had this ready, but I didn't. So apologies for that. But we're going to do some masking. So I really want to show you how we're going to stamp our bunny friend. Okay, so I'm going to pull back in my Stampin' Pierce mat. And again, using our, I got to oil this chair, our Memento Tuxedo Black. Make sure I have this up here where we can see. All right, I'm going to stamp the bunny. Now, I wanted him to be holding that carrot, but I didn't want to have the carrot come on the outside of his hand, so I made a little mask. This was like a oopsie. I had colored it and I didn't like it, so I cut off the hands. And now I'm going to stamp it so that the leaves are down and the carrot part is up. So we've got him holding his carrot. I wanted to stamp some grass down by him. So again, I took another piece, I masked another one, and I'm going to cut this out, or I cut it out, and I'm just going to stamp the grass, kind of hold that over him, over his little feet and his little body. So I can get this, my big thumb in the way, and our last one. Okay, so there we have it. So that just kind of looks like he's sitting in the grass. And again, the grass isn't in front of him. Then we're going to come in here with our little butterfly. And we're going to come in with our hi. Just thought we should have a little hi on there. Make sure you stamp it going the right way. Hi. All right, so that's it for our stamping. Now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to take our blends and we're going to color them. So I'm not going to color the whole thing, but I'm just going to show you. I'm going to color the carrot here, right? We're going to color his carrot. We're going to color the leaves and the grass, and we're going to color a lot. Okay, so here's the one that's all finished. I've already colored it. So I've got added just a little bit of color, and I did forget to stamp the hi on here. So let's stamp the hi. Okay, we've got our hi, and it's crooked. That's all right. Now we're going to come back. We're going to add this to our card front with some Stampin' Dimensionals. You can see those alcohol markers are bleeding through our paper. That's usually what happens with alcohol blend, so that you really don't want to use this on a piece where, you're going to be able to see the back of it, because as long as it's down here. But look at how pretty that is. Look at how colorful that background is using that baby wipe stripes technique. So I hope you'll give this a try. It's really quick and easy. The longest part is just going to be waiting for that piece to dry. And it doesn't take so long. It's maybe, 15, 20 minutes. And then make sure you put it on with a really good adhesive, because it does tend to curl up. This is almost dry. We did this at the beginning, and it's almost dry. But I hope you'll give the baby wipe stripes technique a chance. It's fun. It gives you an interesting background, and it's just a different way to use your tools. That's it for me. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll be back here Thursday at 7:30 for another live demonstration. Bye.